Good morning, beautiful people. Are you ready to hear about the fire and the fury? Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the day before. Today, I'm going to tell you about this audiobook I got done reading. Not the day before, that was a different audiobook, but I don't know, like a few days ago, and it was really good. First of all, NetGalley and the publisher Macmillan Audio allowed me to have a copy for review of the audiobook of The Fury by Alex Michaelides, I believe it is. Alex Michaelides, I looked him up because like when I was reading this and I googled it, another book came up. Apparently a really good one. So it was his debut novel called The Silent Patient. I actually have that book. It was recommended to me by a friend, and I DNF'd it about 20% in. I have the audiobook still. But, however, after reading this book, I may go back. So, Alex Michaelides first started out writing film, and he said, I made 3 films, he said, of his screenwriting career, and they went from bad to worse. He decided to give up on films and write a novel. And then, the rest is history. He wrote The Silent Patient, and it was #1 New York Times bestseller for hardcover fiction in its first week. So that's awesome, right? I think he may have found his calling. I DNF'd it. I couldn't get into it, but I'm going to try it again. He wrote The Maidens, and that was published in 2021, and now The Fury, which was published this year. He grew up in a country called Cyprus, which is located in the Middle East, east of Greece, north of Egypt, and south of Turkey. And what I find interesting is he studied psychotherapy for 3 years and worked for 2 years at a secure unit for young adults. And this work provided material and inspiration for his debut novel. Okay, enough about his debut novel though. Let's talk about the fury and the fire and the fury. I got a copy of the audiobook and I'm so glad I did. It is read by Alex Jennings, who has worked extensively with the Royal Shakespeare Company and National Theatre. He is also known for his role as Edward VIII, the Duke of Windsor, in the Netflix series The Crown, along with his roles in The Queen, Lady in the Van, and The Wings of the Dove. Hold on, I have to let my puppy dog in. He is a 3-time Olivier Award winner and has been nominated for a BAFTA. I will read to you the little synopsis because, like, when I try to give a synopsis of books, sometimes I give spoilers, and I really don't want to. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to try to read it in a British accent, like the narrator. Let me try this. This is a tale of murder. Or maybe that's not quite true. At its heart, it's a love story, isn't it? Lana Farrar is a reclusive ex-movie star and one of the most famous women in the world. Every year, she invites her closest friends to escape the English weather and spend Easter on her idyllic private Greek island. I tell you this because you may think you know the story. You probably read about it at the time. It caused a real stir in the tabloids, if you remember. It had all the necessary ingredients for a press sensation. A celebrity, a private island cut off by the wind, and a murder. We found ourselves trapped there overnight. Our old friendships concealed hatred and a desire for revenge. What followed was a game of cat and mouse, a battle of wits full of twists and turns, building to an unforgettable climax. The night ended in violence and death as one of us was found murdered. But who am I? My name is Elliot Chase, and I'm going to tell you a story unlike any you've ever heard. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 stars because the ending was not up to my satisfaction. So that's not going to be for everyone. I know that a lot of people will rate this a 5-star book. I rate it 4 stars. Okay, so basically up into the 33%, 34% point, it was kind of slow, to be honest with you. The author had to set up all the, building blocks for the story or whatnot. And it's probably kind of hard to keep that part of a book interesting, but a lot of people do it. Not Alex Michaelides' strong point because, like I said, I DNF The Silent Patient. I'm going to have to go back and read that one because, I think maybe that one gets a lot better. And I read up to the 20% point. But make it past that 34% point and you will not regret it, okay? So just give it that time to get started. But once it gets started, it is good, okay? So the characters are Lana Farrar, like I mentioned. She's an ex-movie star. And then Elliot, who is the narrator, and that's, the movie star's best friend. Lana's best friend. Then there's Leo, who goes to the island, and that's Lana's teenage son. We have Kate, who is a bestie. Jason, who is Lana's husband. And then Agatha and Nikos, who are employees of Lana's, right? But Agatha is a friend, okay? What occurs is, the Fury is this wind, right? That strong wind. And the island that they're on is called Aura. Aura is a Greek Titan goddess, okay? And I'll try to leave a link down below. I have what is this? GreekGodsAndGoddesses.net /goddesses/Aura, okay? That's what I'm reading from right now. Aura is associated with gentle breezes, especially the cool, fresh winds that occur early in the morning. So they all go to this island. Lana, Elliot, Leo, Kate, Jason. And basically, you get a sense of there's something going on. There's something not right between all of these best buddies. You know what I'm saying? And it's obvious Elliot and Kate don't like each other and stuff like that. But what you come to find out is, all the little underlying things that are going on in the relationships that you get a sense of, but nobody's really saying outright. Okay? But anyway, yes, so there is a murder. There is a murderer, and all of these people are trapped on an island together because of the Fury. Right? And the Fury is the wind. Okay? So going back to Aura. Yes, it is the wind. The wind is blowing so hard, so violently. No one can come to the island. No one can get off of the island, right? They're all stuck together, and somebody is a murderer. So, there's tensions that are rising and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it. I can't really tell you why I gave it 4 stars because it is about the ending, right? But yeah, I just didn't vibe with the ending. I was really hoping for something else to occur. However, the fire in the Fury is love, okay? This is basically a love story, And there are so many twists and turns. Elliot is a guy and is best friends with this ex-movie star who is just beautiful in his eyes. Her husband's on this island as well. Her best female friend, Kate, So there is tension. There is fire, and it is just being fed by this wind. It is so good. I do highly recommend this book. However, with a caveat, if you are willing to stick through about a third of the book with it just being basically a setup, kind of like, come on, let's get to the point, let's get to the action, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of, oh, well, I will tell you a story, and, oh, just wait, it's going to get to the good part, or, whatever, like, you're sitting at a bar and talking to some guy, I think is supposed to be the feel of it. Some of that kind of honestly just got on my nerves a little bit, and I think it could have, you know, just not had it in there. However, I mean, that didn't really take away from the story and it being a really exciting story and a successful story. The payoff is pretty good, even though I don't prefer it. Do you know what I'm saying? But yes, I would definitely give this book 4 stars. I would stick through it to the 34% point. I know that's hard sometimes whenever there's so many good books coming out, but I think the payoff's going to be worth it. And I will see you guys again very soon because I've also read a book called Random in Death, and I'm going to review that next. It's an audiobook too. I wasn't able to make videos because of lighting. That was my problem. All kinds of lights started to go out all at once. It was crazy. So I could not film because I couldn't even open a window and film. It's been snowy and gloomy outside. So that's why you missed me for a little while. But I'm back, you guys. I have everything covered. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye-bye.